Oh, working on these Jeeps is so tiring. Oh, I'm just gonna take a little nap and I'll get back to working on it in a minute. Oh no, Bad Pete. Don't cut the fender. No. Oh. Oh my God. I just had the worst nightmare. I dreamed that Bad Pete came in here, stole my grinder, and then cut the fender off my YJ. Oh, thank God it was only a dream. Ah! It was real. He cut my fender. Hey guys, welcome back. Or welcome. This is your first time. Big Pete Garage. Just doing a little skip there, having a little fun. So in this video, we're gonna attack bodywork. Not my favorite, not my forte, but it's gotta get done. The fenders literally destroyed, and I wasn't spending the money on new ones, so I decided to make my own. So stay tuned, sit back, get up some popcorn, and I hope you enjoyed this one, because this one wasn't that fun for me. A little dirty, sanding, bodywork thing, not me, but I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned. Let's get into it.
Best of friends will always be, but if we ever disagree, you and here's to me. Yo, what's the crack? Where you at? Yeah, top of the morning. Let's tie one on, bartender, keep pouring. Oh, Danny boy, I hear the pipes calling. Leave nobody out in the cold. Let 'em all.
So this fender is shot. Look at this, all rotted out. So I'm gonna chop it and I'm gonna try to save it, but I might be replacing it. Let's see what I come up with. Anybody need a mangled fender flare? So this is the fender flare I got. And I don't know. I like it. It was the right price, 40 bucks. Doesn't fit because it's off a TJ. Is my head in your way? I'm sorry. But I think I'm gonna make it work. In the front here, so if I do like angle iron, maybe be better than square tubing. Straighten out some of these panels, put some angle iron. That'll give me something to screw to. I like the way it lands in the back. Up here, I might do a little, did you get that? Do a little slicey slice in the front. It'll work. I'll make it work, because I bought them, and they ain't going back. Alright, so took a trip to Home Depot, picked up 2 pieces of this, and I got one right in here, and I'm going to slowly tack it along, moving my clamps down, and we're going to rebuild this fender, so that'll give us something to screw our fender flares to. And there you have it. A little bit of welding, a little bit of grinding. And now we're going to do a little bit of Bondo. Cover that up. It ain't a Maserati. Ha! Although Maseratis are a Jeep. If you look it up, Maserati and Jeep are owned by the same company. But, you know, it's a Jeep. It's an old Jeep, and I'm going to drive it. It's not a show vehicle. And that's sturdy, too. Yeah. That looks pretty good just the way it is. I'm going to finish off a piece right here. That would look good just like that. And I'd finish off the body over there. But my wife's Jeep, the tires stick out really far past the fenders. Every little puddle, every little mud hole she hits, it goes everywhere. I want to have some kind of coverage over these tires. All right, let me do that little piece in the front. All right, so we started with our first layer of Bondo. First layer of many. I know it ain't gonna come out perfect because I don't have the patience for really good body work. I just don't. So let's get to sanding and bondoing and sanding and bondoing and sanding. So after many coats of Bondo and sanding, here is a wavy fender. It's all right. I couldn't get the metal straight. The metal's all warped from over the years of being banged up. I don't know if you can remember, but there was a big dip right here. Well, not a dip, but like a hill that was smashed in right here. I straightened it out the best I could with a bunch of hammers. And I think it looks pretty good. That's not the color, that's a primer. That's a rusty metal primer. So let's give you a little before. This is actually the better fender. I'm gonna have to do the same thing here. I'm gonna cut it, like my sound effects. I'm gonna cut it like that. And then I'll weld in angle iron. So there's the before, and here's an after. And then I weld it on this little piece down here. That's going to be a screw hole for the fender flare. I'm going to load it down with some primer, and then I'm just going to spray it with some black. Still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the color, if I'm changing the color. Not sure yet. Alright, so we got all of the holes on the passenger side filled in, sanded, and now we're getting ready to just throw a quick coat of primer on it. Most of the holes around the wheel well were from the fender flare, so I'm not too worried about it being perfect. Well, nothing's going to be perfect, come on now, but they're going to be covered by the new fender flare, so I'm not too concerned about them. But they are as flat as I can get them. They're filled in, the rust is treated, and we're just going to dab a little primer on them. Hey, Robbie Layton, how do you keep your cameras dust free? I'm outside, and it just seems like that all the dust that I'm sanding just sticks to my phone and camera. It's like it's a magnet or something. Is it an electronics thing? And you work inside in a body shop. How do you must be cleaning your equipment constantly. This is crazy. Little light coats. I just did a second coat on the fender. Not too shabby. All right, sit back and stare at it for a while. Let that dry. It's actually drying pretty quick. And we'll do it like maybe 2 or 3 more coats. I'm thinking about going to get it's like a heavier primer, like a sandable filler primer, I think it's called. Might have to run and get that and fill in some of the fine stuff, like right down there and there, because that's out in the open. Let's see. Alright, now it's time to move on to side 2. I'm going to slice this fender down. We're going to come over here under the Jeep word. Look at this. Look pretty good from a distance, right? Bam! Huh? Look at that. Got to patch that. What else we got here? A little spot right there where the fender flare was. Same thing as the other side. And down here. Oh yeah. We're gonna have to fix that. Alright. Let's get into it. Anybody need a fender flare? So I got so into it, I forgot to film. I went at it. I chopped off the rust and made this hole much bigger. I'm trying to save the P in Jeep. I just skinned by it. There's probably body guys out there screaming at their devices right now going, "You moron, that's not how you do it. Get a patch panel, blah, blah, blah." Whatever. This is the cheap way. Budget's tight. Subscribe to the channel so I can get more subscribers and maybe one day I can get paid for this. But for right now, this is how it's getting done. And I couldn't even find a decent fender for a good price in my area. So I'm going to have to try to save this fender. I'm going to have to cut back more on it and maybe put a panel in there. I don't know. I've searched all over for another fender for a decent price. They don't exist, and they're all rotted out like this. So I made this piece when I forgot to film. So this is going to come in here like this. And I'm going to watch the wires. And I'm going to weld that in right there, just like that. And then we're going to bond it right over it. And that's going to be it. So, alright. Let me get into doing that. I'll show you guys what it looks like. And if there's anybody out there that can tell me how to keep these things clean and how to clean them, please drop me a comment. Because this is so annoying. Needle bearings. Every time I turn around and I need to use one of these, it looks like this. What the? Where did it all come from? Please drop a comment and let me know how you deal with this. So I definitely had to take more of the fender out to get the good metal. And I got this piece right here, same piece as I used over there. And I'm gonna put it in here like so. I'm gonna draw me some lines, which you kind of see I already did. And I'm gonna make me a panel, so I don't gotta buy a fender. What was that thing, 20 bucks? And I've already used it a bunch of times for a bunch of stuff. Forgot what size it was. No size on it. 20 bucks. I'll do that, more labor, but it's cheaper in the pocket. Alright, multiple coats of Bondo have been applied. I'm getting close to the end. It's just time consuming, and you gotta have a lot of patience, which I don't have. But it'll be decent, it'll be acceptable. It's not a show vehicle. Body work is not for me. I need to be working on flashies and lights. Oh, speaking of which, I got an idea in mind for a light bar. Oh, you're gonna have to wait for that. Oh man, was that a battle. Well, driver's side is finally in primer. Oof. What a killer. That was a lot of sanding. But it's done, and it looks great. We'll let this dry. Give it a shot of black. Really windy out here. Give it a shot of black and get it back inside. Looks great. And there she is. All the major body work is done. I think I'm just gonna rattle can paint this whole thing. Go over it piece by piece, give it a sanding, and just rattle can it. I think it looks pretty darn good. Look at that. This hood's gonna need quite a sanding. Little by little, we'll get it done. She's looking amazing. All right, it's the hood's turn. This one I actually got to do a bunch of sanding on because there were some weird stuff going on here. Different layers of paint and stuff. It was like separating, so I actually got to pay attention and sand this hood down because it's the biggest, flattest panel on the Jeep, on a Jeep. So I kind of want it to look somewhat okay, but I'm still going to rattle can it. See how it comes out. Maybe I'll wet sand it too. I don't know. Maybe I'll just buff it. But we're going to put some attention into this hood. Get it nice and flat. Maybe Bondo the low spots. I don't know. But, alright, stay tuned. Well, I was trying to take the antenna off so I can sand behind it, and she snapped. It snapped it right off. So, thank God the screw's on the outside. Guess I'm ordering myself an antenna. Alright, back to sanding. So I don't feel like turning on my air compressor and then waiting for it to build up because it's got a slow leak. So, here we go. Same thing, right? Air is air. What's the difference? You know, I don't understand you guys. All you guys going out there and buying these expensive Jeep covers. Just go in the house, take one of your wife's fitted sheets. It's okay. I said it was okay. You can blame it on me. It's okay. Take one of the fitted sheets and you got yourself a nice cover. See that? Custom made Jeep cover. I'm gonna take a marker. I'm gonna write right here. Big Pete Garage custom-made Jeep cover. I'm gonna patent it. Oh, and just make sure that you put the corners in the corners of the windshield. Look at that. Big Pete tip of the day. Fitted sheet. Don't ask, just go take it. And that's the first coat. Well, off camera I did a wipe down. Clean towel, wet towel, dry towel, back and forth. So, first coat. Except for that one, it's looking pretty snazzy except for that one dent. That one dent's annoying me, but oh well. This is what we're going with. Automotive enamel, Rust-Oleum, gloss black. And then we'll see how it looks. We'll try a little area for some extra clear, extra protection. We got ourselves a gloss can. Clear coat can. We'll see. First coat's done. I'm gonna let that set. I had tree pollen falling on it. But this is about, I would say 5 coats of black. And that's going to be the final coat of black. I think that's pretty nice. I think that is pretty nice. Now I'm going to let that set. And I got this clear coat. Rust-Oleum Automotive clear coat. Can it get any shinier? I don't know. Let's find out. Let this dry a little bit first. She is wet. I did the fenders over too. The top of the fenders had some stuff dried into the paint, probably pollen. So I sanded the fenders down again and painted them. Nice. And that is 4 coats of clear. And I'm done. I'm tired. Worked all day at the day job and did this for a bunch of hours. Alright, so I'm going to pull it in. I'm going to let her sleep. Let her dry overnight. We'll come back in tomorrow afternoon. And we'll do a final look. Okay, it's the next day. And I got the Jeep back down into the sunlight. And it ain't that good. The clear coat in the center for some reason. I actually sprayed this again today with more color on top of the clear. The clear coat in the middle was very foggy. I guess it was my pattern of spray. I don't know. I didn't like it. So I just went over the entire hood with one more coat of color. It looks much better. Lot of runs. I got a big run right there. Bunch of runs over here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. But it's okay. Looks good. What's that saying? 20 feet, 40 feet? Looks good from 40? Not far from, I don't know. Leave in the comments below what that saying is. Far from good, good from far, or something like that. I don't know. Alright. Well, I'm in the process of drilling out that broken antenna. Let's take a walk into the shop here. Yeah, heat gun's on the floor. So I got my stiletto lefty drill bits out. And I got the base of the antenna off. And I'm slowly drilling it. They're left-handed bits, so I'm hoping to get out that insert. But it's not looking too good. I really think this thing is aluminum. I gotta put a magnet on it to find out. If this is aluminum and the antenna mast is steel, you have dissimilar metals. You have that big problem in boats with metals being different and being out in the elements. It really creates a problem. So I'm curious if this is metal. It feels like metal. I'm curious if this is aluminum. It feels like aluminum. But that's probably a big problem then. Yeah, any of you guys have this problem? The antenna breaking? So I think my plan now is to do the same thing to the antenna. Drill it. Tap. I'm going to tap both sides of it. I'll cut the head of a bolt off. Thread it into the mast. And see if I can thread it into this. If not, I got to buy this. I found these used on eBay for 30 bucks and up. Not happy about that. All right, let me go grab the antenna and drill that out. Well, that antenna thing didn't work out because I ended up drilling this too big. And when I tried to match that size to the antenna was just, no good. So, anybody got this? And they want to sell it to me? Let me know. I'm searching for an antenna mount unless I go with a universal, but then I got holes in the fender I got to fill. Looking for this. Anybody got it? Shoot me a message. Thanks. All right, guys. Here she is. Everything on her has been painted. I wasn't going to do it, but I did. She's looking great. Got the spare tire carrier on. Got that on eBay cheap, used. Sanded it down and painted it. She's looking amazing. Still got the fender flares to do. I ordered a soft top for her, a frameless soft top. New to me. We'll figure it out. If you guys know anything about it, drop a line in the comments. And that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Thank you guys for watching and not making too much fun of my body work and paint job. Like you said, it looks good from afar. You get up close, not so much, but it's a Jeep. You know, so what are you going to do? It's going to go off-road. It's going to get dirty. But right now, she's looking sweet. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button and please share. Share my videos. Let's get my name out there. I want to buy more Jeeps. You guys got to help me buy more Jeeps. I have 3 right now. It's not enough. They're all shit boxes anyway. I want a nice Jeep. How about a Comanche? Ooh, an old Comanche or a CJ. CJ5, CJ7. Help me buy more Jeeps. Please subscribe. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.